Good morning, everyone. Here I am with the very first video of the third chapter of Geography Motions of the Earth. Before starting the chapter, let us see the contents and then we'll move on to the chapter. The contents of the chapter are as follows: Nicholas Copernicus, rotation of the Earth, effects of the Earth's rotation, the circle of illumination, length of day and night, revolution of the Earth, effects of the Earth's revolution, the phenomenon of seasons. So let us move toward with the next slide. As you can see, there's a picture in the slide. Okay, he is Nicholas Copernicus. Okay, he has given two statements and he was the first to say these things. As the ancient people, they believed, they had always observed the movement of the sun, the moon and other heavenly bodies, but they believed that the earth was stationary and other heavenly bodies moved around it. But Nicholas Copernicus gave a very gave different observation, and he observed that he believed that the earth only appeared to be stationary. Okay, the earth not only spins on the axis but also moves around the sun, and this is what, and these two movements which he has discussed, that the earth not only spins on the axis but also moves around the sun. Okay, they have been termed later as the motions, the two motions of the earth. Okay, and those two motions of the earth are rotation and revolution. Okay, the movement of the earth on its axis is called rotation. Let me show you the rotation of the earth. As you can see that the earth is rotating, okay, round and round on its orbit from west to east. Okay, in which direction? From west direction to the east direction. Okay, so this is rotation, and let me show you revolution as well. Revolution, as we have already seen, that the movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution. Okay, these are the two movements of the earth. Okay, moving on to the next slide, discussing the rotation of the earth in quite descriptive way. So the earth rotates on its axis from west to east. You have already seen in the very second slide, and the axis of the earth is an imaginary line which passes through its centers. The axis is not vertical, it is inclined at an angle of 66.5 degree with the plane of the earth's orbit, which is called, that is why it is known as inclination of earth's axis. Before reading this one, let us see the inclination of earth's axis. So as you can see here in the diagram given above, there is an axis, isn't it? And that axis is imaginary, which is not vertical. And as you can see, it is inclined at an angle of 66.5 degree with the plane of the earth's orbit. This is known as the inclination of the earth. And remember one thing, that the inclination is always in the same direction, that is towards the pole star. Every morning we notice that the sun rises in the east, travels across the sky during the day, and finally sets in the west in the evening. This is due to the rotation of the earth. Okay, because earth is rotating, sun is stationary. Suppose, let us suppose something, that suppose we are traveling in a train. Okay, we see through the window that the trees and telephone poles on the wayside seem to move, isn't it? Past in the opposite direction. We know it is the train that is moving and not the objects outside. In the same way, it is the earth that is moving and not the sun. Okay? Earth takes 24 hours. Earth takes 24 hours or one day to complete one rotation on its axis, and thus rotation is also called the daily motion of the earth. The circumference of earth at the equator is about 40,000 kilometers. The earth covers this distance. Which distance? 40,000 kilometers. The earth covers this distance in about 24 hours. Okay, the earth faces the sun while rotating from west to east. Okay, the earth faces the sun while rotating from west to east. Each part of the earth facing the sun is illuminated by sunlight turn by turn. Okay, is illuminated turn by turn. Okay, we'll be dealing with this one, the circle of illumination, in the very next video. Okay, so let us move on to the next slide. As the because of this motion of the earth, that is because of the earth's rotation, it has some effects. So let us move on to the effects of earth's rotation. What are the effects of earth's rotation? As you can see, here are the following effects of earth rotation. Before reading the effects, let us see this figure. As you can see, that the direction of the rotation of the earth both at pole as well as at the equator is anti-clockwise. Okay, let us move on to the effects. What are the effects? The first one, it makes us feel that heavenly bodies move from east to west. I have already given, we have already discussed and imagined that how earth actually moves. Okay, other things are not moving. The sun is not moving around the earth. Okay, and it causes, this rotation causes the bulging of the earth at the equator and flattening at the poles. It causes days and nights on earth. It gives us the concept of direction based on sunrise and sunset. It causes deflection or alteration in the direction of winds and ocean currents. It gives us day, a day of 24 hours. It causes tides twice a day. These are all the effects of earth rotation. With this, I call it a day. In the very next module, we'll be discussing about the revolution of the earth, the length of day and night, the effects of revolution, as well as the circle of illumination. Okay, till then, have a nice day and do watch the video very carefully, and after watching the video, do read the chapter, do read these topics from the book. Okay, so whatever we have discussed today is from page number 102 and 103. Okay, we have discussed only these two pages, so please do read it after watching this video. Have a nice day.